All right, I'm Chris in the Ferrari F430 here with Mike Dennis. We're going to do 7 laps today. Welcome to Exotics Racing. You ever driven a car that has paddle shift?
Yes.
You have? What kind of car?
2006 Corvette.
2006 Corvette. All right, cool. So this, pretty similar, other than these paddle shifters stay in the same place. I think the Corvette ones, they move with the wheel. Yeah, so this one, they're stationary, but most of the shifting that you're going to do is in a straight line anyway.
Okay.
But I'll let you know when to upshift just like this and when to downshift. And then brakes, most common hand signal I give you. I give you a lot of hand signals while I'm talking to you, so that in case you can't hear me over the engine, you can see what I'm trying to show you. Braking, when you apply the brakes, you want to brake really firm, but you want to be smooth about it. So just keep braking harder and harder and harder. Okay, that allows weight to transfer up to those front tires. It gives you more grip to brake harder, so on and so on. And then when you get down to the green cone at the end of the braking zone, just ease off the brakes and start turning the wheel at the same time. So you want to make sure you're getting out of those brakes as you're turning, because you don't want to use up all your traction. Once you're turned into the corner, a little bit before the apex, a little bit of throttle will bring this car back to balance again. So that means when you're braking, the nose is down real hard. A little bit of throttle brings the car back to balance. It gives you front and rear traction. So hold it balanced through the apex, and then as you're straightening out the wheel again, back onto the next straightaway, you're squeezing on the throttle. So you want more throttle, and then hopefully you're full throttle again when the wheel's straight. I may help you turn the wheel a little bit. If I do that, don't let go of the wheel. I don't do that very often, but in case I do, I'm just trying to help you out a little bit, or I'm getting you out of the way of traffic or something like that. So if we're getting passed, I'll put my hand on the wheel. I'll let you know what side they're passing us from. Just lift off the throttle for a second. We'll let them go by, and then I have no problem with re-engaging them again and trying to pass them back. Okay. Because it's on if they pass us. This is not the car to get passed in.
No, we won't.
Yeah. And then once their emergency flashers come on, I'll let you know what side to pass on. Okay. All right. Any questions?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. So just be smooth with this car. This is a Ferrari, so you want to be smooth about everything you do. Smooth with the steering, smooth with the throttle and the brakes, and you'll be able to go pretty fast.
Yeah, how's the, will it brake traction easy? No?
No.
Okay.
You'd be surprised how fast you could go through a corner.
Yeah.
The main thing is keeping balance. Even if you feel like you're going too fast for the corner, go ahead and just crack it off idle. That'll give you more traction. And then once you get down to the green cone, start easing off the brakes before you get to the corner, even if you feel like you're going too fast. Just ease off those brakes, ease into the steering. You'll be surprised. The more you turn the wheel, the slower the car goes, because you're binding the car up. So there's more and more steering input to help you slow down. Okay? And if you're not braking hard enough, I'll let you know.
All right.
Okay? All right, any more questions? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Foot on the brake, we'll click it into first gear. That's gear position 1 right there. The wheel's already straight, so we'll pull straight on out through here. We'll follow that white Audi out there. A little different than an automatic. You have to give it a little bit of throttle to get it rolling. Let's pull in right behind him.
It's a cool job you have.
Yeah, not bad, huh? It's like one of the coolest jobs you could have in Las Vegas, I think. Straight on up to these, just short of these red cones here. And we'll stop right there. Corvette's coming. We better wait for him to go by. We'll get a good view of him going into turn 1 right up here, though. This will be cool.
Yeah, my wife's going to ride on
there. There you go. Watch how he does this. It's pretty cool. Just whips it in there sideways. Makes it look so easy.
Holds it all the way.
All the way through. All right, we're clear. Hard left turn. Through those blue cones right there. Upshift here. Straight ahead to the green. One more upshift. Now you can turn it down towards the apex. This balance throttle through here. Squeeze it on now as you unwind it. As fast as you can go. Upshift. Upshift again. Brake really hard, a little harder. Downshift once. Ease off the brakes tighter and tighter. A little bit of throttle. There you go, that's balance right there. Unwind the wheel, squeezing on the throttle, fast as you can go. Brake really hard, a little harder, harder. No brakes, turn, a little bit of throttle. There you go, far right side of the track, all the way to the right. Brake, release it, now turn left, a little bit of throttle. There's balance right there, good. Squeeze it on, far left side. Brake here, real hard, downshift once. Ease off the brakes. Turn it tighter and tighter. A little bit of throttle. Unwinding now. Squeezing it. Far right side. Upshift here. Brake. Release it. Now turn. A little bit of throttle. And then brake here. We'll brake a little sooner this time because of the Audi. Downshift once. Turn it. A little bit of throttle. We'll pass him around the outside as soon as his flashers come on. Okay, full throttle. Upshift. Upshift again. Brake really hard. Hard as you can. Harder. Downshift once. Ease off the brakes, turning tighter and tighter, all the way to the apex. There you go. Squeeze it on now as you unwind. Pretty good. Not bad. That was rad. Brake really hard. A little harder. Harder, 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 harder. No brakes. Turn. A little bit of throttle. There you go. Far right side, all the way to the right. Braking, then release it. Now turn all the way to the inside. A little bit of throttle. A little bit more throttle. And then just unwind it right there a little bit. Squeeze it on. There you go. Brake here. Real firm. Downshift once. How do you like this car so far?
I love it.
This car's cool, huh?
This is crazy.
Unwind, squeeze the throttle. Far right side, upshift, brake, release it, now turn. Turn it, a little bit of throttle, and then brake really hard. Downshift once, turn it tight, a little bit of throttle, unwind the wheel, squeeze the throttle. There you go. Upshift. Upshift again. Brake hard as you can, downshift once, go past the green, then ease it in there. Tighter, tighter, a little bit of throttle. There you go, unwind the wheel, squeezing the throttle. Nice and smooth, I like it, very good. Brake really hard, harder, 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 harder. No brakes, turn it, a little bit of throttle, a little bit of throttle. So you gotta brake a little harder than that.
All right.
Brake here, release it, then turn. A little bit of throttle, go ahead and click it downshift when you can. Squeeze that throttle, squeeze it. Brake here, really hard, downshift once, turn it, a little bit of throttle. He's gonna be pulling off the track, so we'll use some caution. A little bit of throttle here, a little bit more. Unwind it, squeeze it on. Upshift here, brake a little bit, release, now turn. All the way down the inside, squeeze that throttle. Brake again, real hard, downshift once. Now turn it tight, a little bit of throttle. All the way out here, lift off the gas for a second. And the Corvette's gotta get by. Go ahead and click it up. There we go, okay. I'll give you that lap back. All right, follow that Corvette. Brake just a little bit, release it, now turn. A little bit of throttle, a little more throttle, a little more, there you go. Squeeze it on, squeeze it. Now you're at full throttle. Brake really hard, harder, harder, harder. Good, ease off the brakes, turn it, a little bit of throttle. Ferrari's gonna pass on your left side there.
Okay.
So we'll brake a little early, we'll let him through. See if we can tuck in, he's not gonna go for it. There we go, now we can tuck in there. A little bit of throttle. Squeeze on, he got a little loose. Brake, nice firm braking. Ease off the brakes, turn it, just a little bit of throttle. Let's see if we can get that guy back. Squeezing the throttle, unwinding the wheel. Far right side, all the way to the right. Upshift here. Brake, release it, now turn all the way to the inside, squeezing the throttle. Then brake really hard, downshift once. Turn it tight, a little bit of throttle. Squeeze it, there you go. Upshift. Upshift again. Brake here, really hard, harder, downshift once. Ease off the brakes, a little bit of throttle. Turn it, a little bit of throttle. There you go, squeeze it on now as you unwind the wheel. Excellent. Brake really hard, a little harder. Turn, a little bit of throttle. Unwind the wheel a little bit, unwind it, squeeze the throttle. Brake, release it, now turn. All the way down the inside, squeeze that throttle, squeeze it, unwind the wheel, unwind it. There you go, squeeze it on. Feel that slide?
Yeah.
So you have to be ready for that. Brake, downshift, ease off the brakes, turning tighter and tighter. Oh, he's pulling off. I think one more lap you would have had him. Far right side, upshift here. Brake a little bit, release, turn, all the way down the inside. All the way down there, you go. Brake hard as you can, downshift once, stay wide. Now turn it tight, a little bit of throttle. Excellent, yes, unwind it, squeeze it on. That's how you do it. Upshift. Upshift again. You having fun yet or what?
Oh, dude, this is crazy.
Brake really hard as you can, harder. Downshift once, ease off the brakes, turn it, a little bit of throttle. There you go, squeeze it on as you unwind. There you go, full throttle, straight ahead. Brake really hard, downshift once, brake harder. No brakes, turn it, a little bit of throttle. Far right side, all the way to the right. Brake a little bit, release it, now turn, a little bit of throttle. Unwind at the top, unwind it, squeeze it on. There you go, use up that racetrack. Brake really hard, downshift once, stay wide, then turn her on in there. Turn it. Good, squeeze it on, unwind. Excellent, squeeze it, far right side, upshift. Brake, release. release it, turn all the way to the inside, squeezing the throttle, brake really hard down the skid marks, no brakes, turn, squeeze the throttle. We forgot the downshift, that's okay. You're doing good. Upshift here. Brake really hard, harder, downshift once, past the green cone, ease it in there, tighter and tighter, a little tighter, a little bit of throttle, unwind. Let's see if he sees us. Nope, he doesn't. Let's flash his mirrors, there we go. Then brake, keep braking, ease off the brakes, turn it, a little bit of throttle, a little bit more throttle, there you go, far right side. Brake here, release it, then turn. That's pretty good, you lapped that car twice. Squeeze on the power, aiming for the green, brake really hard, downshift, ease off the brakes, turning tighter and tighter, a little bit of throttle, unwind the wheel, squeezing on the throttle, far right side, upshift, brake, release it, now turn all the way to the inside, squeeze that throttle, brake really hard as you can, downshift, downshift, there you go, turn it tight, unwind the wheel, squeeze on the power, upshift, really hard, harder, downshift once, keep braking, ease off the brakes, turn it, a little bit of throttle, a little bit of throttle, there you go, you got it, squeeze it on, excellent, brake really hard, harder, 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 ease off, turn, a little bit of throttle, that was smooth, very good, far right side, brake, release the brakes, turn it left, a little bit of throttle, unwind it, there you go, squeeze it on, let's feel that, brake really hard, downshift once, get close to that green cone, squeezing on the power, far right side, alright, bonus lap, this one's on me, brake, release it, now turn, a little bit of throttle, brake really hard, downshift, now turn it, a little bit of throttle, there you go, much better, squeeze it, unwinding the wheel, fast as you can go, upshift, downshift, past the green cone, ease off, turn it, a little bit of throttle. Unwind, good, squeeze it on. Pretty good. Brake really hard, a little harder. Ease off the brakes, turning it, a little bit of throttle. Unwinding the wheel, far right side, good. Brake here, release it, now turn. Unwind it, there you go, squeeze it on. Good job, man. That was awesome. Brake here. We're gonna stay out and do a cool down lap, okay? This car's a little hot. You did good, man. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put on emergency flashers. We'll go about 60 through here. No brakes though. We're gonna go through this track without any brakes. Just turn her on in there. We'll get all the way out there to that green cone. Now you can turn it. A little bit of throttle. We'll go about 75 miles an hour down the straightaway. How do you like this car?
Oh, it's badass.
You ready to go do it again?
Yeah.
You go a little faster, go about 75, get some air through this thing, clicking it upshift.
Where should I be on the track?
Alright, let it coast, get all the way out there to the green cone, no brakes. This is what I do, I go just past the green, and I turn it in tighter and tighter and tighter, just like that, add power, and you just unwind it right back off the top of the track. You were doing that pretty good.
How does the GTR compare to this?
The GTR is a pretty heavy car. I'm braking for you. There's a car on the inside. GTR is a little heavier, but for as heavy as that car is, it does everything pretty good. What it does is when you're turning the wheel, the inside brake calipers squeeze and it helps you around the corner. So that's kind of how that car handles so good.
Would it feel like a pig compared to this thing?
A little bit, yeah. The GTR, you kind of have to muscle it around, you know. I would think that, you know, one of the Gallardos is
We're pulling in here, right?
Yeah, we're gonna pull it through here.
Yeah.
One of the Gallardos or the Superleggera, those are like just as fast as this car, if not a little faster. And that's a good comparison, whether or not you like Ferrari or Lamborghini, you know, something like that. The GTR is kind of in a class of its own. That's a great street car, but on the racetrack, it's just not a Ferrari, you know.
Yeah, this thing is sweet.
The R8 is cool. I like that car. If you like all-wheel drive cars, an R8 for sure. All the way around the outside here. And down that lane. We'll kind of stay out wide, and we're going to pull in down here on the end. This first one right there.
Right here.
Yep. Kind of a tight fit, but you got it. All right, both paddle shifts is neutral. Just pull them both back. There you go. And just turn the wheel all the way left. That'll keep it from rolling away. Good job, man.
Hey, thank you very much.
So the extra lap was for getting
badass.
caught up in traffic and stuff, so that's why I did that for you.
All right,
So
appreciate that.
Just so you understand that. I didn't want to make you think I'm giving away stuff.